Uh-huh. Hey, welcome back. Been gone for a minute. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yo. Uh-huh. Hey, again, welcome back. The song that you're hearing right now, it's called Heartburn. Heartburn. From Sean Price. Rest in peace, Sean Price. Coincidentally died from internal failures of some things. So, look him up. Sean Price, very powerful rapper. The beat is from Ninth Wonder, one of the sample guys. But again, song is Heartburn. Rest in peace, Sean. All right, let's grow to a little bit. Yeah. Uh-huh. Hey, look, listen, it's R. All right. It'll give you what's real today, a little bit of change today. You know what I mean? 2 and 1. All right. Hey, look. Again, this is R, reporting to you live from the ISCSDR, Independent Sovereign City State of the Democratic Republic. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like six words all in one. City state is one word. Independent Sovereign City State of the Democratic Republic. 5. Okay. Yeah, 5 here. All right. Reported to you live. He'll give you what's real. Okay. On the outside world. All right. Because again, inside the sovereign city state here of the Democratic Republic, I'm solid. Me and my sovereignites are solid here. Okay. We overstand. Okay. I'm helping you at least understand or get to a level of overstanding. Okay? All right, so look, special request today. I received a request, got some again, text messages, emails, things like that on topic of discussion. And today is still news. Okay? But I want to focus mainly on the how am I gonna put it? I wouldn't say marriage. I mean, we can say marriage. I don't mean the legal term of marriage. Just mean the social term of marriage. Some people are married to a lifestyle. Some people are married to money. Some people are married. Some people are married to a lifestyle. Some people are married to material things. So that's social. Material. Some people are married to a train of thought, a belief. See what I'm saying? Or some people are married to a career, so to speak, and they're unwilling to divorce from that. So I don't mean the form of the religious meaning or even the governmental meaning of marriage. Just mean marriage between human beings as humans, if you understand what I'm saying. Okay. So the first thing I want to get to is I will dive a little bit into some things that I believe, because remember I'm a PhD, PCP, THC, MD, LMNOP, NWA, WNBA, NFL, NHL, all those degrees. Okay, I'm certified in. Okay, I've got my degrees. All right, so I'm fairly well knowledged. Okay, so I'm here to spread to you and let you know some non-negotiables of a unison of people, of a unison of humans. All right, I would say, and I'm only gonna put one person and another person, because when a lot of people get involved in a marriage, this unison becomes tainted. I'm gonna be honest, it becomes tainted. Okay. It becomes tainted. All right. So I'm just gonna put 1, 2 people. 1 and 1, 2. Okay. 1, 1. Dang, I didn't do that right. Okay. Makes sense? 2 people. All right. First, marriage. Okay. Between whoever or whatever. It's very important that before you indulge unless by force, of course, unless it's by force. But I'm speaking mainly in countries that are open. When I mean by force, I mean legally. I mean legal obligations. Okay, I don't necessarily mean a social obligation. Okay, unless that social obligation is also legal, is also a legality. So, for example, a legal obligation would be my government requires a certain way that I need to be married. So if I need to, if I live in the middle of Kazakhstan or whatever, right? And legally, these people need to be married in a way in which that guarantees their survival, or that guarantees their that guarantees their survival, or that they flourish. That makes sense. Okay, some people don't agree with that, but I'm open. Okay, so I understand that there are some areas in this world where you need to be married to a richer person, or you are required to be married to a woman, or a man of a certain age, or a certain caliber, or a certain stature, or a certain race, whatever. There are certain places like that. Okay, but as far as my outside country, America goes, it's not like that. Okay, it's actually becoming opposite. There are more options. Okay, because of the freedoms that we have, because of the options that we have monetarily, socially. Okay, there's a lot of different tribes here, I want to call them. All right, there are a lot of different clans, tribes here, cultures here. So you don't necessarily have to. There's no need for stuff here. Okay, there's even people that don't even believe they need to be married. Okay, I'm here to tell you some things about that. All right, so first, I want to get into non-negotiables. All right, and when I say non-negotiables, these need to be set up after initial meetings. All right. Okay. Let me reverse that. First, we're going to go into initial meetings. As soon as you meet someone, and again, a meeting is defined as something that is professional. Okay. A meeting, if I'm setting up a meeting with a female, that's just how I operate. If I'm setting up a meeting with a female, okay, to start a relation, okay, no matter what it is, I prefer to make it professional. Okay, I'm setting it up. All right, so I prefer to make it professional. Okay, so when I meet this woman, I will be as professional as I can be, because I want to represent myself the best I can in an initial meeting. That's psychological. That doesn't mean I'm trying to trick anybody. All right, it doesn't mean 10 years later you start seeing me not being as professional as before. It is an initial meeting. That is psychological. That is social. Okay, if you walk up to a restaurant, you don't expect this restaurant to not put on its best for you, because you are investing in it. You are planning to invest in it. Okay, on both sides, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'll tell you again, if both parties are not professional in initial meetings, there's an issue there. Okay, if both parties feel like their unprofessionalness is okay, then hey, that's fine. That in sense is professional. Okay, you have agreed to a term. You have said, hey, look, I can walk up to you in my underwear and wearing nothing. I can walk up to you in my underwear and wearing nothing. That is a professional meeting. We've agreed to that. Okay, that's something that we're okay with. All right. Okay, at initial meetings, the job of both parties who are either socially interested, because again, this is friendship too, socially interested in relation, or feel like they already have in their mind that they want to take it to a higher level, where they become partners. Okay, at this initial meeting, depending on the caliber of this meeting, depends on how you set the tone. All right, for that relation. Okay, so for example, I'm gonna stop speaking in circles. For example, all right, if I'm meeting a woman, okay, and I choose to pay $200 for everything that we do. She don't have to pay anything. That is saying something. Okay, you people have to be professional about this. All right, that is saying something. Again, if I go into a place of interest for me, I like to shop at, I don't know, Gucci. All right, and if I go to Gucci and I only spend $20 in there, that is saying something. All right, that means you're not that invested in Gucci. All right, but if I go into Gucci and I spend $200 there, I also have a stock in Gucci. All right, you are fully invested in Gucci. Okay, so if I go and meet you and I willingly spend $200, all right, even by coercion, I spend $200. That means there is something in me that wants to be invested in you, if that makes sense. All right, we could say, and again, that's a material thing. You could, I want you to deduce this, and I want you to use a scientific method yourself. Use this for everything. All right, if I meet you and I'm fully talking about my entire life with you, I am fully invested in this person. Do not be afraid necessarily, unless you are not invested back, and then that can be a judgment in itself. All right, unless you do not fully equal what I am giving to you. Again, these are equal things. This is a meeting, a professional meeting. If I slide you a contract, all right, that says I want 50%, and you slide me a contract that says I want 75%, we are saying something to each other. Okay? We are saying something to each other. That means that one person wants to be invested as much as I do. All right? I even come back and match you with 75. All right? All right, this is an initial meeting. Okay? After this initial meeting, truths need to come out. Truths. All right? And if you don't know, this may be an extended video, but if you don't know, I'm gonna give you some truths in order. So first one is a social truth. Okay, the social truth needs to come out. All right, there are too many of us who are having initial meetings and thinking that somebody needs to do something after that initial meeting. I need to call this person, or I need to wait 5 days, or I need to do this, or do that. Hey, if you are doing this, that initial professional meeting meant nothing. It's the same thing as if you were going for a job. If you really want a career, if you're going for a career, if you really want a career, all right, you will approach this career, you will send in the application, and you will call this career every single day until you get the job. Or you will call and wait for them to say no. If they say no, move on. All right, there's a different type of career with a different person that is heading that career. You see what I'm saying? The manager of said, if I want to be a fisherman, if I want to work as a fisherman on a boat, right, and I have to contact the owner of the boat, I apply. They say, hey, okay, I'm reviewing your application to be on this boat to be a fisherman for me. All right. As soon as I send it, the next day I'm calling and saying, hey, I sent an application. I just want to make sure you got it. All right. So I'll even use verbiage. All right. As soon as we have an initial meeting, I call the next day and say, hey, that meeting we had, or that date we had, whatever it was very cool. I liked it. All right. And I appreciate it. Give me a call back. If they don't answer, give me a call back if you want, or just say, hey, I'd like to do it again. I got other social responsibilities in my life, but just know that I really loved the meeting we had, and I want to try to do it again. You see what I'm saying? That's a professional way of talking. All right. You have to be professional. Okay. You have to be professional. It's the same way looking for a job. All right. Same way looking for a career. Same way with anything else in your life. Okay. All right. Now, after we get the initial meeting and the social truths out of the way, again, when I'll clarify what social truths again. A social truth is you telling this person that you have social obligations. I have a job. I have a dog. I have a mother. I have a family. I'm unemployed. Shoot. You see what I'm saying? I'm unemployed. I have church. You see what I'm saying? These are social truths, all right? And that's important for you, all right? Because some people will immediately say, hey, you know what? I can't, if I know that every Sunday this person is going to have to do something, I don't want to deal with that, because sometimes on Sundays I have a social truth, meaning I like to go party. Okay? And you can decide if you want to do that, if you care about that or not. All right? You can decide. And I can't make this video super long. I can't, because it's really a understood, to me at least. It's really understood. All right? This world is overpopulated. You have multiple crazy dynamic amounts of options. It's just your point to be the person here. So be a human here. All right? Think scientifically. All right? Look. Third. All right. Second. Okay. Non-negotiables. After you've set up your social truths, after you set that up, there are non-negotiables here. Okay. Those non-negotiables are things that you will not do. Okay. Or you would not let happen, no matter what. No matter what. All right. So in marriage, there's something that's called in sickness and in health, to death to his part, stuff like that. You know, it is what it is. All right. That's a non-negotiable as far as the book is written, as far as legal marriage goes. All right. Or as far as the religious part of it. All right. Some other people say different things. All right. Personally, me, non-negotiables, you would not lie. You can't lie to me. Just be honest with me. Anything. Because I need, it's not for me. It's really not for me. It's for you. It's for the other person. These are two people. Again, these are two people. Me, someone else. Okay. I'm being honest with you, all right, and I'm telling you, like, hey, look, I had a cheating problem, or I I'm very hyperactive, all right, and again, these honesties come out in levels of severity, okay, levels of severity. All right, I want you to think scientifically about this. All right, if you want to travel to Cuba, all right, all right, and you are spending $600 on a flight, or I'm just gonna say an amount that you believe is a lot. You look up what first? You look up the severity of Cuba first to make sure that you're going there and you're gonna be fine. If you are spending $10, or if you're spending an amount that doesn't seem like a lot to you, you're not going to look up nothing. You're just going to dive in, because you have the resources to continue to do it again if you wanted to. All right. So again, it all depends on the social truth that you let out, first, it all depends on the professional meeting that you have, or unprofessional, whatever define, or unprofessional in some other people's eyes. But again, it depends on the professional meeting that you had. All right. And then after that, depends on the social truths that you've given. All right. That makes sense. Okay. All right. After these social truths has come out, after someone is found out, or after if you let this person know your career option, because I call it a career option, your career option know that, hey, these are the things that are socially things that I do in order to be happy. All right. Again, it's important for you to also, after you've done this, tell social truths, to not tell lies, period. Not tell lies, period. All right. And I'll explain why. There is a psychological reason why this is important. Okay. Because some people do know themselves. Most people do not know themselves. All right. There is, if you have not spent an allotted time, and I'll give you my professional opinion on this. If you have not spent a lot of time in solitude, complete solitude, all right, and I mean like a year, I would say a year. If you have not spent a year in complete solitude, I don't mean that you're dishing your problems out on your mom and dad, or you're doing that with your cousin, or whatever it is. If you have not done that in solitude and adversity, you do not know yourself. Okay, you do not. All right, this quarantine is very good for some people. All right, because you're letting yourself, you're knowing yourself, and some people don't like what they see, but that's important. It's important. Okay, if you have not spent time in solitude, alone, you do not know yourself. Okay, and the only way that you can do it is by entrusting another human being with your truths. That's it. Okay, so don't look at it. Don't look at this like All right, man, I've invested $200. I told them my social truths, and now I'm starting to not lie to them at all. All right, I came home late, or I didn't call you back. When you called, they asked why. That's a value. You could ask why. Who cares? Hey, what happened? You didn't call me back. I didn't feel like talking to you at the time. Sometimes I get socially inactive, and I can't handle this phone anymore. All right, or I was out clubbing with one of my friends who happens to be a female, and then y'all can get in a conversation about that and figure out if that's if that's a truth that you want to keep, or that the other person wants to keep. Okay, who is this person? Hey, it is what it is, man. Tell the truth, and it will set you free. You see what I'm saying? I don't mean to be cliche about it, but it will set you free. All right, tell the truth. Okay, me personally, when someone calls me, when I can't answer the phone all the time, because I get tired of being on this phone. I get tired of the radiation to my ear, and I get tired of hearing people through the mechanism. It sounds like a robotic voice. I would rather hear you in person. I'd rather video call you. See what I'm saying? It is what it is. All right, and it's up to that person who you're investing in the career. Either or, because y'all are both, it's an interchanging thing, all right, to decide whether that's a truth that you want to live with, all right? Don't tell any lies. Do not tell any lies. That's the first non-negotiable. Second non-negotiable, outside resources are not to dictate your inside occurrences. I think I put that well, all right? Again, outside resources are not to dictate your inside occurrences. You and this person, you and the career that you are in are together. All right. If I am on this fishing boat, all right, I use the boat as an example, and I got the job with this boat owner, and I'm fishing with this man. I'm not gonna when a hurricane comes, I'm not gonna jump ship, man. I can't do that. All right. This is a career that I chose. You see what I'm saying? So when a hurricane comes, we know hurricanes occur. We're on the water. We both know. We both know what happens. All right. You knew when you jumped in the boat that hurricanes occur. That is an outside source. We have nothing to do with that. See what I'm saying? That's an outside source. All right. But being that we're both on this boat, we both have to work together to figure out what to do with this hurricane. I will lose fish. This boat owner's going to lose his boat. We both going to be asked out. Okay. I'll use a more personal example. Okay. Money. All right. Here in the Sovereign City State, we do not argue over money. Why? Because money is a human invention. I didn't make it. I didn't make money. I didn't wake up and was like, hey, let me print out all these greens and I didn't make it. Okay? I can't argue about that. All right? If my partner loses their job and is broke, hey man, that is what it is, man. You understand? Now there are some truths that are to be told about that. You know, what happened? That's a good question. All right. And if they tell the truth, which they should, because we're at that point where you're telling the truth, right? If they tell the truth and they say, hey, look, man, this person yelled at me wrong. I didn't like it, so I quit. We're going to bash this person for it? Hey, you telling the truth? All right, cool. Now looking forward, are you what the solution is? Again, well, I can't get to that yet. But anyway, that person's telling the truth. Okay. The person yelled at me. I didn't like it, so I quit. All right. You guys are already broke. You may be living in a shack, whatever it is. All right. But those are all outside sources. Homes. You didn't make the home. You didn't build it yourself. The taxes on that. You didn't put that there yourself. See what I'm saying? The government that's harping you, the people around you that are yapping in your ear. You see what I'm saying? Those are all outside occurrences. Family, religion. You didn't invent religion. Get over yourself. You didn't invent religion. All right? Family, religion, money, and all that goes into beliefs as well. Honestly, man, you didn't necessarily start this belief. It's just something that you have. You see what I'm saying? But you got to be honest about that on the latter part. All right, on the social part. Okay, every Friday, I don't do shit. Every Friday I don't do anything. That's a belief of mine. All right, and that's an honest thing that we have established after our professional meeting. Again, I don't want to backtrack too much. All right, y'all just rewind if you missed something. Okay, so look, again, tell the truth. All right, it will set you free, and you will know who you are as a person. You were using this person as a and I don't want to dog anybody, but you're using this person as a social experiment for yourself to see if you truly know yourself. See if you can truly do that. Why? Because this person can go. You can go. 80,000 people, 80 million. This world is overpopulated. You'll meet somebody if you want to. All right, you will. Okay, tell the truth. All right, set yourself free, and then after that, if that person doesn't like that truth, you can move on, and then you can now find somebody that matches you more in a professional meeting. You don't have to figure yourself out anymore. You got it. Make sense? Do it early. All right. If you do it late, that's fine. Whatever. But just do it. All right. Tell the truth. All right. Third. All right. Problem solve. Can't believe I have to say this. Problem solve. Again, I'll use the example of someone at work yelling at me, and I get mad and I quit on the spot, knowing that I got 4 kids and I got knowing that I have responsibilities. All right, knowing that it's gonna create a ladder effect. I got mad and I left. Problem solve. All right, if we're telling the truth to the person that we are with, or the partner that's on the phone with us, or whatever it is, and we're saying, hey, I lost a job because this person yelled at me, and it's and I quit because I don't like getting yelled at like this person did. Okay, me, what do I do? Me is I'll tell you my professional facts. What I do is I ask this person, dang, what did they say to you, man? See what I'm saying? What did they say to you? Go through the whole story with me. That's cool. What did they say? All right. What do you think? Why you think you left? You think they'll take you back? You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. All right. Why? Because that is a problem solving tactic. All right. So in the future, I'll be like, hey, you remember that person? What I'll say is, hey, man, to me, it seemed like you don't like people yelling at you like that. It seems like you don't. Okay. All right. If I'm an angry person and I have a customer service job, boy, you are stressed. An angry person, I have a customer service job. One day a customer says something sideways to me, slap them across their face and get fired. Go home. I'm so mad. I don't have any money now. I'm broke. All right. My partner is telling me, hey, I get it, man. They shouldn't have said nothing sideways to you. All right. All right. But look, man, we need to find you something where people can't yell at you. Plain and simple. We need to find you something where people can't yell at you. All right. You work in the customer service, you might need to change. You might need to change to a warehouse job. You might need to change to somewhere that you're secluded. There's nothing wrong with that until you get your shit right. There's nothing wrong with that until you and your partner can sit down, truly problem solve through the personal things. You might need to tough it out and work in a warehouse, or work on a boat. All right, where you don't have nobody around you, where it's just you and maybe 2 other people that just do remedial jobs. All right, stuff like that. All right, a shipping stuff or whatever it is, man. You see what I'm saying? You do that, then at home, being that you don't have those stresses of people yelling at you anymore, on the outside at home or with your partner, you know, again, it's a rotating thing. If you're invested in this person, I'm invested in you, we're going to do something together. We either meditate together, we establish peace words together, all right? Or we do something like that together. This is a genuine thing. But again, this only works after you've taken the first couple steps. Go back, rewind, and figure out what I said about that. Okay, problem solve. All right. I don't really have to go through much more than that because that's it. Honestly, that's all. After that, you're golden. You have a partner. You should have a partner for life. All right. This last part I want to get to is marriage, and I don't really like to dive too deep into the legalities of marriage or the political, social, and scientific facts of marriage, but I will because it's very important. All right. There's a difference between having a life partner and being married. All right. There's economical differences. Okay. Social differences and political differences. All right, I'll go with political first because it's the most nonsense. Politically, if you are married, all right, and you're putting that you're married on something, people look at you differently. They do. All right. If you married, especially if you put married for 5 years or something like that, people look at you differently. They say, hey, look, this person is going to be married to a career a lot sooner. It's essentially true. All right. It's going to be married to a career a lot sooner. This person can stick it out longer. This person is tougher. This person is more resilient. Okay. Because they don't have things to divert to. It's just them and this other person. Okay. That's the politics of it. You're more likely to get positions of power. You're more likely to get promoted, things like that. All right. Socially, marriage. All right. Socially, for those that have a social anxiety, or for those that are nervous or whatever in big crowds or something like that, when you are married, socially, all that all that for me goes out of the window, because I know that it doesn't matter what any of these people or who I talk to or whatever I say. It doesn't matter what I say to them in a social environment. I don't mean business. In a social environment, all right? Because if I say something and they feel like they don't want to be cool with me, it don't matter. I got someone that's going to be cool with me all my life. Essentially, forcefully, because we're married. All right? And I guarantee that this person knows all the ins and outs, ups and downs of me, the chemical makeup of me, the pills that I take, the medicines that I do, the amount of times I need to go to the doctor, all this stuff, more than this person you just met outside. And likely that person that you met outside doesn't care. Doesn't care all that crap that you have going on, all the things that you have going on with yourself. Okay? All right. Scientifically, marriage is a psychological reason for this. Okay. There is something to be said. Again, I'll take someone who's married to who's married to money. Take someone who's married to money as opposed to someone who's married to a human being. Okay. There's similarities in that. Someone who's married to money will die for this money. Someone who's married to a human being would die for this human being. There is a scientific thing in your head. It gets rid of fear. It gets rid of irrational fears. All right. It actually segments your fears. Okay. If I'm married to money, all of my fears are only going to be towards money. Okay. It segments that. That's it. I don't care about how the earth turns. I don't care about no pollution. I don't care about any animals. I don't even care about people. I just care that this cash right here needs to stay cash in my hands, and it needs to keep growing. That's it. I've been married to money before. All right. Those that are married to another human. Again, this is marriage. It's not life partner. Life partner is not the same. All right. It's not the same. I'm just be honest with you. It's not, because there's certain procedures you have to go through to have a lasting marriage. All right. Life partners are not, it's too many diversions. All right. Again, it gets tainted. All right. You can't fully marry. If I say I'm married to money, all right, but then again, I'm cashing out on Six Flags every other week. I'm cashing out on clubs every other week. You're not married to money. All right. You married to what money can give you. All right. Those goals. All right. Look, marriage. Again, all right. If you are married, your fears will be segmented only towards this other person. That's it. All of your fears. Okay. And that's not a bad thing. There's so many things in this world that you can be fearful of. All right. But one you segment it into one thing, you will control all the other fears that you will get rid of all the other fears that you thought you had. All right. Okay. And those fears can manifest horribly into, I fear this person's going to cheat on me. I fear this person is going to die. I fear this person is going to, again, this is human thing. So I fear this person is going to leave me or something. Or I fear this person is going to kill me in my sleep or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? But that only allows you to dive deeper into the investment that you've started, into the career that you have with this other person. Okay. If I feel like this person is going to cheat on me, again, you shouldn't be at that point because you've done the other steps that I've told you already. But again, if you're still there and you haven't gotten over yourself, all right, and you feel like this person is going to cheat on you, You can use a scientific method to be rational about your fears of that. Okay. If you don't know the scientific method, go back in my videos. Take a look at it. All right. You feel like this person's going to die. That's a rational fear. All right. This person's always eating crap and this person's going to die. Hey, that is a truth you can communicate. Okay. Again, use a scientific method to figure out if this person's going to die or not. And then 2, communicate that as such. Does that make sense? All right. All right. Again, look, I'm going to recap again. The only things, and I will say this. Humans are humans. All right. We make mistakes. We mess up. All right. But again, those non-negotiables are the only things that you should be contemplating on not being married or even having a career with this person anymore. Okay. If you join your career and if I'm on that fishing boat, me and the boat owner, and before I hopped on this boat, I told us, man, look, we need to make port every Thursday. Okay. Because I have a social truth that I need. All right. We need to make port every Thursday because if I don't take a crap on shore, I'm gonna implode. All right. And he refuses to make port every Thursday. What are you gonna do? You gonna leave? You gonna go, or at least you're gonna suspend yourself from that boat owner, and you're gonna find another boat owner that will make port for you every Thursday. Okay. All right, these are social truths. And again, look back and figure out if that social truth is meant for that boat. Again, you wouldn't hop on that boat if that boat owner didn't agree to your social truth. So I can't even say that. That's irrelevant. Okay, you wouldn't hop on that boat if the boat owner didn't agree to that. Okay, does that make sense? This gets real tiresome for me to talk about this because it's I mean, it seems very simple to me. Okay, but in order to calm this tired mind of mine, I'm gonna put a little something more. All right. Inhale, exhale. No matter who you are. You have ups and downs. Whatever goes around. All right. Sincerely yours from Little Brother. That's the artist name. That's the instrumental name. Instrumental is Sincerely Yours. Artist is Little Brother. Again, Ninth Wonder. All right. Peace, love, and use your head for more than a skull cap.